Hi everyone, my name is Mandy and I'm a full-time reseller. On today's video, I am going to go over what has been selling for me on ThredUp. If you are new to ThredUp, it is essentially an online thrift store. You can get some really great deals for yourself. Sometimes you can find items to flip if you are reselling. ThredUp videos are still getting quite a few views on my channel, so I thought I would pop in a what sold every once in a while. I definitely do not sell to them as much as I used to. If you are someone that has sold to ThredUp in the past, like I'm talking years ago, you know that things were a little bit easier to make money, and now they've made quite a few changes. If you are interested in any of that, I have quite a few videos already on how to sell to ThredUp, what my tips are. So today's video is just going to be a brief overview of what is currently selling. I will tell you the brand, the size, like what the item is, and either a potential payout or what I have been paid out for already. We'll start with an older box. These I have already been paid for. This was a pair of Lucky brand jeans. They were new with tags. I guess I won't be able to tell you the size. I'd have to click into it. So we'll just go with a pair of Lucky brand jeans. They were new with tags. I did get $5.92 for these. A St. John wool cardigan. I do know just from memory that was an extra large. I did get $17.69. A St. John's like cardigan dress, I would say. They have it listed as a cardigan. That one I did get $20.73. I'm sure you're probably thinking, like, why aren't you selling St. John on your own? I've tried it. It just sits. These pieces were not like anything super great. I guess kind of basic. That maybe is part of the problem. I sent these into ThredUp. They sold within 90 days. I got a decent payout for what I paid for them, so I am okay with doing that. There are certain brands that kind of fall into that category for me, and St. John is one of those. Along with this next brand, Joseph Ribkoff, that just seems to be popular on this site. I don't know why. When I try and sell it myself, it normally sits. When I put it on ThredUp, it sells. So this was a skirt, and I got $11.47. Eliza J cocktail dress. This one was new with tags, only $4.20 on that one. Eileen Fisher, that is another brand that I kind of just send stuff there. It doesn't move very well for me. This was a cardigan. I got $11.91. A Rails button-down shirt. This thing has been everywhere. And it finally went for $5.92. Adriana Papel. This was a silk cardigan, $6.29. That's another brand that normally sells pretty quickly on ThredUp. Jones New York cocktail dress. This one was $3.45. A Joie casual dress. This one I was really surprised about because there wasn't really anything special about it. It was just like a sundress, new with tags, and I got $17.69. I don't know that that's always going to happen. They maybe had it marked up quite a bit. When I send the stuff to ThredUp, I will do the overview. I'm not going to change a lot of prices. The only time I do change prices is to lower it once it gets down to the time period where my stuff is going to expire. I don't pay to get items back. I don't send them anything that I want to get back. This is like the last stop. So that's kind of my mindset with these items, that I know some of them I'm only going to get a couple dollars for, and that's why they are going there. Like this Talbot's top, just a blouse, $1.69. A Patagonia short sleeve shirt, $3.69. A DKNYC casual dress, I think this came from a ThredUp box, $3.20. An Escape cocktail dress. This one was more of like a special occasion type dress, $6.55. This one I actually got from a Quick Lots box a long time ago. There was some damage to it. I think it's Sink Acept, and it was like a crop top, and I got $22.66. So this is an example. I think there might be some more coming up where I've had items that I've been hanging on to for years and no one is interested, or no one would, make offers or anything like that. I send it here and it just goes. So, there's a lot more buyers on ThredUp, I think, than a lot of the other platforms. And I just think people are more prone to spending a little bit more money on ThredUp as opposed to eBay or Poshmark. This was a pair of UGG boots. They were only like a size 5, I think. I probably should not have picked them up. I didn't lose money because I know I only paid $3 for them, and I got $6.55. When I'm telling you what I got, that is not the price that it went for. I'm going to take a pretty big chunk of what they are selling the item for. The more the item sells, the more you get. It's kind of like a tiered system. This Sigrid Olsen track jacket, $277, a Talbot silk skirt, $345, a Torrid dress, $722, Michael Kors sneakers, $865. I've had those for a really long time as well. Calvin Klein silk skirt, $256, a Katie May cocktail dress. This is another one I've had for years that came in ThredUp, or not a ThredUp box, a Quick Lots box. I got $20.73. So I wish I would have sent some of this stuff sooner, but that's okay. This was a Valentino trench coat. This one I actually got for $18 at Savers. There was always a little interest, but no one was ever willing to spend any money on it. So I sent it there and I got $43.97, which I think is a pretty decent payout. There were some stains on it. I do use the consignment, what are they calling these now? The premium label. They were called something else at one point, but that is the label that I'm using. I no longer use the standard labels. They are cheaper, but the amount of time that your items are going to be listed on the site is going to be less. You will also have them be able to allow coupons for as big as they go. And if you've ever shopped on ThredUp, I think like 70% might be the highest. It could go more, I'm not sure. But if you use the premium label, it caps it off at 20%. That is the highest coupon that someone can use. Okay, so we'll go through a couple more that have sold. I have this money now. This was a Lafayette 148 top. That's another one. Certain items go for quite a bit on ThredUp. I got $12.35, an Ariat long sleeve. I've had this forever. This went for $6.23. A little Kate Spade wristlet. I picked this up at the bin, $6.23. Velvet by Graham & Spencer blouse, only $1.42. A Lulu's cocktail dress. This one was new at tags, $13.80. An Altered State, just like a maxi dress, $189. A Chico's. This was a 3/4 length or 3/4 sleeve t-shirt, only 70 cents. So there are going to be some sprinkle in here that you're not getting a lot, like this Banana Republic factory tank top, 36 cents. I know a lot of people are like, why are you even sending it? It's either going to get donated or sent here. So if I can make just a little bit, I am fine with that. A DKNY casual dress. This was new at tags. That brand seems to do pretty good on ThredUp too. Soft Surroundings top, $2.12. A Simply Noel cardigan, $1.49. A Torrid top, $1.69. So a couple little small ones there. A Torrid dress, $6.55. Addison Parker jumpsuit, $5.31. Not Your Daughter's jeans, $3.20. A Bella doll top, $1.23. Victoria's Secret tank top, 36 cents. Let's see here. Let's look at some that are pending sale. So this is one of the newest boxes that I have sent in. A lot of these are pending. So the buyer does get, it used to be 30 days. I don't think it is as long as that anymore. Maybe it's like 2 weeks to return something. If they do return it, it will get put back up unless it's purses and maybe something else. I can't remember if there was another thing that was final sale, but it will get put back up. If it gets bought again, then you get paid out. So it doesn't like keep going back and forth. Okay, so we do have a couple on here that I have been paid out for. 7 For All Mankind denim skirt. This was new at tags, $4.20. A Lauren by Ralph Lauren cocktail dress that I have had for years and no one bought. Someone bought this like immediately and I get $37.17. So there definitely are brands and types of items that you can make quite a bit of money. It's just kind of a gamble because you want to make sure that someone is going to buy it. And if they don't, then you have, the option of losing it unless you're going to pay the $5.99 fee to get it back. So that's kind of the gamble with ThredUp. And you just never know what people are looking for or like sizing and stuff like that. And you only have so much time that it's going to be on the website. Back in the day, you used to be able to get your items back for free. And that was like a whole different thing and a lot better. But this is how it is now. A Chico's top again, $1.04. Banana Republic blazer, $4.02. A Cupshe swimsuit, $2.65. A Joie blouse, only 72 cents on that one. And then a Joseph Ribkoff like blazer type deal for $5.61. So now if I look at, these are all items that are currently in that window of being returned. So if they do keep the items, this is what I will be getting. A Talbot's heels, $6.88. A Kate Spade swimsuit. This was like new without tags, $5.92. A J. Jill top, $1.69. Eileen Fisher again. This was like a cardigan jacket type deal, $16.55. Alexia Edmoire, I think I'm saying that right. Casual dress. This came in another box, $10.62. Another Chico's top, $3.69. So it's going to depend kind of on Chico's of what it is. ThredUp does use a pretty good algorithm, I think, based on selling points of what people have paid in the past. And that's kind of how they price their items, because their main thing is to get it out of there as quickly as possible. It works for them because they're always making sales. A Talbot sweater, $2.99. A Travelers by Chico's. This was a casual dress. That one was a little bit more at $5.58. This Barack cocktail dress, another thing that had been sitting forever, came from a box, $14.88. These frame jeans were teeny tiny. I think they were size 23 new with tags. These also came from a box, and it's at $15.44. So like I said, this wasn't going to be a huge long video. I just wanted to kind of give you some ideas of what items are selling for. So if you are someone that has never sold to ThredUp before, or maybe you did in the past and you haven't recently, these are just some brands that are working for me, and you know what my payouts have been or will be coming up as long as no one returns the items. Like I said, ThredUp does not make a large chunk of my income anymore. It did make quite a bit more in the past. I am still hoping that this new thing that they have, it's called direct listing. I am on the waiting list. I have never heard of anyone being able to do it yet. If you are someone that is in that program, please let me know in the comments below how it's going. It is essentially, I have no idea how it's going to work, but you are using ThredUp as like a selling platform similar to eBay or Poshmark. So it says that you can create your listings, take your own photos, add the brand size, quality, price, and any special details. So you're like making, you know, your own listing. Then you will be in charge of mailing it out to the buyer. Like a prepaid label comes to you, and then it says there are no selling fees. That is like the big deal that I would like to know kind of how this is going. And it says, so what you earn is yours to keep for all the items you listed yourself. So I don't know, that could be a huge game changer for me, just because some of the stuff that I am sending in, like Chico's does amazing on ThredUp, but you don't always get a good payout just because it's not going for a whole lot. But if I click in here, like this Chico's blouse, I made $3.69 for, but it did sell for $20.60. So if I could sell that for $20.60 and get all of that, you know, back to me, that would be a game changer, because I find Chico's all the time. Same thing with this Talbot's sweater, $18.20. I'm fine with $18.20 for a bins pickup. You know, this Express top, this one went for $15.80, a little bit, you know, less than that. But this Barack cocktail dress, that one sold for $49.74. So that's a great payout. The frame jeans went for $45.40. So this could definitely, you know, be a big deal, but I've been on this waiting list, I think, for over a year now, and I haven't heard of anybody talking about being able to do it. So I don't know where they are in that, if it's still truly a thing. I have no idea, but I'm hoping that one day, you know, I will figure it out and I will be able to do it, because I think that I could make quite a bit of money doing that. So let me know in the comments below, if you are a ThredUp seller, what is your best selling brand, or, you know, certain item from a brand? Put that in the comments below. I'm excited to read through those. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.